What's up YouTube? This is Mega Man 7 coming at you with another brand new video. Alright guys, so yesterday the Civil War trailer just dropped and we got our first glimpse of Spider-Man. Now, if you guys been following my channel for maybe the past year or so, you know I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. A lot of the content on my channel is centered around Spider-Man. A lot of my stop motion videos, I've done discussions on the Spider-Man franchise, his joining to the MCU, you know, all that good jazz. And, you know, we knew he was going to be in this movie, and I have mixed feelings about it, to be honest with you. You know, I'm glad we got to see a good look at him, but, you know, I've watched this trailer a couple of times, and, you know, after I let the fanboyism kind of die down a little bit, you know, I started to think more logically, if that makes sense. And he was great for what he was in this trailer, but don't push it. You know, don't oversell it like Dawn of Justice did with Doomsday. I freaking hated that. But you know, that's a whole other topic. But yeah, don't oversell it. He was good in the trailer for what they did, and I'm happy that we got to see something. Now let's talk about his costume. His costume, I have mixed feelings about it. I'm kind of 50-50. Like, I love the design, but I don't love the execution. If you compare it to Tobey Maguire's costume, or hell, even Andrew Garfield's, their costumes are more like fiber and texture to them, especially with the webbing. You know, both costumes have some 3D webbing on it, where it like bulked out a little bit, and you know, it wasn't like on the costume, and of course it was silver, so it stood out. And this one, back to the classic black webbing. It's not any 3D, it's not, you know, 3D texture or anything. It's very sleek and streamlined. It kind of feels anime-ish to me, or kind of like digitalized, like CGI, like especially if you take like Iron Man's costume or Captain America and you put them side by side. Maybe it's because he doesn't have any battle damage in this scene, but I don't know, it feels off. It feels like he's out of place, you know. It feels like a bad like Photoshop, bad like crop job. But you know, I can't lie, it does look pretty good. But, you know, that's just me. I tend to be very critical on things like that. The webbing is good, and his mask, I think, looks a little bit CGI. I think what they did was they piggybacked off Deadpool, because there was a scene where I'm like, his eyes look very, like the black thickness around his eyes looks very thick. And then I went back and watched it again, and I'm like, oh, his eyes moved. So yeah, his eyes move in this. And I think that's why it has a little bit of an anime kind of vibe to it, because, you know, they digitalized parts of his suit with CGI so he can give more like an emotion to it, because his eyes squinted a little bit. So again, like I said, they're probably piggybacking off of Deadpool, because his mask was a little bit CGI'd, you know, with his eyes and whatnot. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, he does have web shooters. There's a scene where he lands. You saw like this little black strap around his wrist. I think those are his web shooters, so we are getting web shooters. The colors on his costume is fantastic. Like, they're very bright and vivid, and very like high def. I think that's what I was looking for. His costume is very high definition compared to everybody else their costumes have been worn down, you know, battle damage and all that good jazz. But yeah, his costume looks very, you know, bright and in your face, and I love the design, particularly around the you know, biceps and around the waist. The red is broken up by like this blue streak that goes through, and the same with his boots. The spider on his chest is, you know, smaller again. I think they're going back to this classic look. You know, they're not really trying to update it too much, which is not a bad thing. but at the same time, when everybody else's costume is updated, you know, in movie eyes, if that's even a word, look it up. And his is, you know, classic. It kind of throws you off a little bit, but you know, I'm not really too worried about it. You know, this is me just nitpicking, really. I love it. I think it looks fantastic. I can't wait to see him perform in it. Tom Holland perform in this costume. I don't think it looks that bad. I think it's just the way it's shown in the trailer. I think once the movie comes out and we see him actually for more than 5 seconds, you know, my opinions are going to change. But, you know, for right now, it looks very high def, you know, and I love, so, you know, that's something I missed with the old suit, was the silver three-dimensional webbing. But, you know, that's just a personal thing that I enjoyed from the old costumes. But I think it looks great. It looks really badass. You know, I love how they updated the classic look a little bit. Yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. You know, please make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below what you thought of the new suit. Do you like it? Do you have mixed feelings on it? You know, what's your opinion on the new suit? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, this is Mega Man 8. Got it memorized.
There is a wild fire inside you, burning desire you can't extinguish. Your crimson arrow rips through the twilight.